Journal log, entry 7. Our search for the artifacts and temples have brought the ire of the Starborn upon us. It is clear now that they mean to kill us. Constellation is on high alert. We're proceeding cautiously, but I am not afraid.
Sometimes these places are kind of creepy. Just being serious.
Maybe a little. Eric, get down. Get down. There's someone behind you. I think it's one of them star fuckers again. Stay fresh.
It wasn't the first time we had been stalked at a temple. I knew exactly what it was.
Got first blood on him. Moving in.
Comments? Questions? No?
Come on, Barrett, focus. All right, Star Boy. Talk to us. Gonna give you the chance to surrender. Surrender. Don't touch that weapon. Damn it.
And we're done here.
Getting tired of these guys popping up. Coast is clear, I think. Look at that. They bleed. Just like us. Red in color, too. Still say it's aliens, though. Suppose aliens can bleed red, right? Okay, we're done here. On to the next. Hearing a ship dropping out of atmosphere.
Hello.
There she is. Guess we're being followed again. Holy shit. Barrett? Ain't ecliptic this time. That is a Starborn ship. Look at that. Seeing that, Barrett? You know what we're gonna have to do, right?
Barrett and I both looked at each other, and he gave a nod.
Thinking about springing our own ambush this time. Not too bad of a jaunt over there. Let's get our cardio in for the day. Gotta burn off all these sandwiches you've been making. My suit integrity's a little bit low. Shouldn't be a problem, though.
I could access my powers so easily now. I even had the ability to sense nearby life forms. I could sense their energy even through objects. Though there was limitations on the distance.
Didn't realize how massive these ships were. Sucker's huge. The readings on this thing are off the charts. Definitely the same metal from the artifacts. Not seeing any Starborn. Gonna climb up, see what I can find out. Could be they landed in somewhere else. Wonder if this is a doorway. That is some weird shit right there. What was that? Hold on, I'm seeing something. something over here. Yep. See three life forms. Looks like starborn suits. They're heading away from us. Where the hell are they going? Ain't nothing over there. Temple's over there. I ain't going that way. Let's see, where'd they go? Got him. Come on, Barrett. Gotta get some eyes on him. I wanna know what these fellas are getting up to. See us. They got their weapons out though. Where are y'all headed? Gonna creep up on them here. You good, Barrett? I say we bushwhack them. They'll never see us coming. Let's pick up the pace a bit. Not too far ahead. Hold on. I see a stray. Might be a good opportunity to take one out.
My head is on a swivel. It could be a trap. More could materialize out of nowhere. I knew we had to be careful.
Let's dart around these rocks. This is our chance right here. Might not get a better one.
You wonder what humanity would be like if we could all do that.
They're up here. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. One appears to be hanging back for some reason. We need to keep an eye on him. Get ready, Barrett. Closing in. I think that one's watching us. It's now or never, Barrett. Let's get this done.
Special delivery.
Nice throw. Circling him. Got a good hit. Think he's talking shit. You wanna talk shit to me, son?
Watching Starborn disintegrate into dust particles never got old. Their essence joined with mine, made me more powerful.
The other Starborn hostiles didn't seem to notice. What are they, deaf? The one that was hanging back seems to be gone. Don't see him no more. Might have went back to the ship. All right, moving in. Son of a bitch. Taking cover. I'm glad you're having fun, Barrett. There he is. You got him.
Barrett kills the last one,
Nicely done, Barrett.
and the Starborn's essence joins with mine.
Battle, actually.
I feel renewed, restored.
Glad it's over.
I don't know why it passes into me,
Gander.
but it does,
Still one out there.
and I'll happily take it.
I have a feeling we're gonna run into that fourth Starborn sooner than later. Probably saw us coming. Decided to save himself. Scanner's not picking up anything. Wonder what their purpose was out here. Could be they was circling around, hit the frontier while we were at the temple. It's my best guess anyway. Yeah, he's gone.
As I stood there, looking over the Starborn ship, I realized that we were at war. But we had won the first battle. How many more battles lay ahead of us? We arrived to the 6th temple. It seemed much like the rest. But as we came to find out, it had a very unexpected guardian.
I think the entryway is over here, Barrett. Get back. Barrett, get back. There's something over there. Some fucking alien-looking thing. Keep it down. It's right over this ridge. Shit, it might have already seen me. Listen, you can hear it. You can hear it crawling. Let's move back. Move back. Come on, quick, quick, quick. Keep your guard up. I think we're good. I'm gonna get a better vantage. What the hell is that thing? Barrett, get out of there. Let's circle around. Barrett, you good? Barrett. Fuck. Barrett, not the time to be playing games. Barrett. Fucking answer me, Barrett. Barrett. Oh, fuck. Barrett, scared me. Won't be doing that shit. Especially when it's getting dark like this. And there are creepy crawlies around. So, this thing seems to be protecting the entrance to the temple. I say we kill the big spider alien. What do you think?
Barrett agrees with me.
Okay. Just give me a moment to, gather my courage and shit. Really hope this thing goes down quick. Oh god.
Have fun.
Have fun? What do you mean? What do you mean have fun? Oh shit. It's not dying. Barrett, watch out.
Show off. Do it again.
Is it dead yet? Nope. Fuck. It's not dying, Barrett. You might need to think about running. What the fuck? Oh fuck, Barrett, get out of there.
I am.
You okay? Is it dead? No, it's not dead. Okay. Oh fuck. It's chasing me, Die, son of a bitch. My head. Gotta make sure it's dead. Okay. Ain't taking no chances. Not with this thing. You alright, Barrett? Got a couple holes in your suit. I thought you was a goner for sure. What the hell is this thing? This thing is disgusting. The fuck are those boils? It's got some pretty teeth. This thing ain't natural. Could feel it trying to worm into my brain. It was fighting it. Like it was trying to take over or something. Stinks too. Oh shit. Barrett, I think it's still alive. It's moving. Ugh. What the fuck? That's a nasty bitch right there. Ugh. I think we should get the fuck out of here. Come on. I can't look at that thing anymore. Here I thought Starborn were the worst of our problems. Oh, god damn. Didn't know if we were gonna make it through that one. Let's head inside so we can finally get out of here.
The temple granted me another power, but then we were attacked again.
Starborn, find cover.
Free grenade!
Fuck, I'm out of ammo. Grenade, get down. Son of a bitch. Where'd he go? There. Oh, fuck. Reloading. Cover me. Gotta reload. Alright. You got him. You got him. Good job. Nice save there, Barrett. Appreciate you, man. Explosion got me pretty good. Much better. My suit's been compromised. We should get back to the ship.
Several hours later, we completed the next temple, and you can guess what happened.
It's times like this when it feels like we've really pushed the boundaries of humanity, you know?
Oh, watch out, watch out! God damn these fuckers.
Don't you forget it. Simple.
Oh yeah, his ass is dust now. I think it's just the one. We're clear. Don't know about you, Barrett, but I'm ready for a stiff drink. Been one hell of a day.
We arrived safely back to New Atlantis. Patched up my suit, and Noel saw to my injuries. Ended up at the viewport for that drink I wanted so badly. Wasn't the first time drinking there. Came there with Sarah a few times. I was about to sit down when I noticed a shady individual standing in the corner by himself. His suit reminded me of the type the Starborn wear, but it seemed unlikely a Starborn would be drinking at a bar. so I dismissed the thought.
Huh. Not used to people coming up to me. The suit usually scares them off. Although I guess that's my fault, isn't it?
Definitely an impressive suit. Where'd you get it, anyway? Unusual design.
I guess you could say I've always had it. Once you've been all over, like I have, you might find yourself in something like this, too.
Yeah, doubt I could afford a suit like that. Definitely didn't scare me away, though. Just looks like you're trying to be tough or something.
Ouch. 2 minutes into this conversation and I'm already getting sized up. Well, outside heroic individuals like yourself, the suit can give people pause. That can be handy when I need it.
You some sort of, mercenary then, or ex-military? That's my guess.
Retired, actually. From too many lives to count. But I've been all those things, yeah? And a few more.
Jack of all trades.
I spend a lot of time in the fringes these days. God help you if you come across something someone wants.
You could say that again.
You'd think it was things like civilizations and factions that cause people to want to shoot each other. No, even without that, it's still winner take all.
Sounds about right. But I think there are still some good people out there helping each other. Came across a few myself. Try to do my part as well.
Of course. That's what makes the reality so tragic.
Maybe.
Wait a second. I think I'm in danger of having a real conversation with someone for a change. Better stop here. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
All right, fella. You take care of yourself then.
I'll see you around.
Sure. Oh boy, I got a thirst. Tell you what. Bartender? One of those fruity drinks, please. That man was obviously a blowhard, propping up a wall, trying to look tough. I didn't usually get along with people like that. Avoided them like the plague. They're nothing but ego-fueled morons with something to prove. His suit was indeed peculiar, though. But the man seemed far too human to be starborn. Only a human would posture like that in a bar. The drink hit the spot, but I could only do the one. My whole body hurt. Being shot at, enduring explosion after explosion, even while protected by a suit, had worn me down. I almost felt like I needed a break from all this shit with the Starborn and Constellation. Part of me was overwhelmed by it all. That scrawny little boy in me wanted to run back to Grandpa G's homestead, climb into bed, and convince himself it was all a dream, but I wasn't no scrawny boy no more. G always grabbed the bull by the horns, and so would I. Hey, Vasco.
Greetings, Captain.
How you doing, buddy? Been a while since we talked. Was wanting to ask you about these Starborn. Anything in your databanks?
Although my database of human history is not fully complete, it is quite extensive. At this time, I am unable to locate any valid references. Given the unusual nature of the encounter, it is reasonable to surmise that any earlier occasions would have been documented. One explanation is that this is the first time they have been discovered. An alternate explanation is that prior encounters resulted in 0 survivors to document the experience.
I'm sure most people who encounter them don't survive it. Don't think they was expecting to encounter some tough sons of bitches like us.
Their motives have yet to be clearly established. Given the initial scans of their vessel, caution is advised. They do seem to be quite capable of defending themselves.
Somewhat. Thanks for the info, buddy. Appreciate it.
I will see you at a later time.
Yep, just gonna run some diagnostics on the ship. See how the crew's doing. I haven't caught up with Sam in a while. Best check in with him.
Late at night in dive bars, sometimes the old-timers share stories about things they've seen that they just couldn't explain. Ghost stories, if you will. I've heard of things like the Starborn before. But they're real. Honest to God real.
Universe is a big place. Some people have the arrogance to think they've seen it all. Think we've barely scratched the surface.
But you carry on for centuries of exploration, and you can fool yourself into thinking you got it all figured out. Clearly we don't. So the obvious question is, what the hell are they? Everyone's gonna be thinking aliens, but maybe not. Their ships were incredible, but they still felt like ships. They had engines, weapons, I think I even made out a grav drive. If they were really alien, I would just expect it to be more alien, you know? I mean, it could be some secret Freestar Varun or UC tech. But I don't know.
You really think one of the factions could have technology like that? Suppose it's possible.
I mean, anything's possible. But if someone, anyone, had that much of an edge on the others, the whole balance of power would shift, right? It'd be one hell of a conspiracy to keep it quiet. An even greater amount of restraint to keep it in your back pocket.
We know that they bleed red. Just like us. I was thinking aliens all this time, but yeah, maybe you're right.
Exactly. I'm gonna throw out another wild stab in the dark theory. Maybe they're from outside our known systems. Here's the hypothetical. Centuries ago, some brainiac scientists decide to play settler. But they go way, way beyond any place we've ever been to set up stakes. Once they get there, they make a few lucky breakthroughs, and their science just snowballs from there. I could see them getting further, faster, and hence become the Starborn.
You might be onto something, Sam. Guess I never really thought about that.
If I got it right, then you owe me a steak dinner.
Deal.
One way or the other, we are not alone. And that's both exciting and terrifying.
I was still trying to wrap my backwater brain around the complexity of our situation and the magnitude of our discoveries. We were being openly attacked by, if not aliens, then advanced humans. I won't deny that I was disappointed at the prospect of not encountering actual aliens. Was it really just humans causing all this mess?
I wanted to talk to you, but honestly, I don't know where to begin. The Starborn's technology is simply astonishing. It's just almost too much to process.
I'm feeling the exact same way, Sarah. You never encountered them before? Seems odd.
Of course not. No one has. If an encounter with this level of importance had occurred in the past, I assure you that Constellation would be well acquainted with it.
I've actually been meaning to ask you how you're coping with all this. You feeling anxious about it?
Yes, I suppose I am. But you can hardly blame me, can you? You do understand the significance of this encounter, don't you? This is humankind's first contact with what I believe is an alien race. A race with technology that could be far superior to our own. Oh, we could learn so much from them.
I'm not sure that they'd be willing to teach us anything. Judging by previous encounters, doubt they have any interest in making peace with us either.
The way they behaved, I'd say that's not very likely. If we are to learn anything from the Starborn, we're going to have to take the initiative ourselves.
Sarah, they're trying to kill us out there. And now we've killed them many times over.
That's what disturbs me. Can't be a coincidence that these Starborn suddenly appeared after your experience at that temple. We know they're here to lay claim to the artifacts, but what's their true motivation? What aren't they telling us?
That's the thing. They have no interest in talking to us. Their only agenda is to wipe us off the map. Or maybe just me.
They're certainly hostile, but I don't think they're here to completely annihilate us, or they would have done so already. Damn. Oh, if only we knew more about the Starborn. What their species is like, where they're from, how they're able to speak our language. feel like a cadet on my very first day aboard a spaceship. My mind is absolutely swimming with questions.
Could be aliens, but I'm starting to believe that maybe there's some sort of advanced humans. Maybe so advanced that they are alien to us.
Obviously. But there has to be more to these beings than simply originating from another world. Their name alone, Starborn. There's some type of hidden meaning there. Something that feels very old, perhaps even ancient. Whatever the case may be, I can assure you that Constellation intends to get to the bottom of this mystery.
If you had to guess, why do you think they call themselves Starborn? Perhaps there's a riddle or something in the name.
I'm not really sure. Scientifically speaking, we're all born from the stars. Most of the chemical components of our body, carbon, oxygen, sulfur, are exactly the same as those manufactured by internal stellar reactions. Now, ask someone like Matteo the same question, and he'd probably give a more theological answer. But hey, it's all a guessing game anyway.
A lot of guessing, not a lot of facts yet. I wish that when they died, they left behind some sort of physical object or something. Something we could study, but there's gotta be a way to find out more.
Exactly. We must use all of the tools at our disposal to learn more about the Starborn and their connection to the artifacts.
Yeah. We can't pull our punches on this one. We'll unlock the secrets together, Sarah. I'm with you every step of the way.
Thank you. I really appreciate your support right now. You know, it's funny. When I was a little girl, I'd lay on the ground and stare up at the stars. I was absolutely convinced they held a secret. I'd remain there for hours in silence, eyes closed, listening, waiting for the secret to be whispered in my ear. This encounter with the Starborn is that moment to me. The stars are finally whispering, and I need to hear what they have to say.
Sarah, I feel the same way. They're trying to tell us something, but maybe they're just speaking another language. I wonder what their message is.
Truthfully, I haven't the slightest idea. But just the thought that any of the secrets of the universe could be revealed from these Starborn is terribly exciting. Well then, I've certainly wasted enough of your valuable time. Just do be careful if you cross paths with these Starborn in the future. I wouldn't want to lose one of the most valuable members of Constellation.
Sarah is an incredible woman. She's right to be so focused on this. Our focus should be singular right now, and I'm okay with that. We are busy people, under the threat of injury or even death by these Starborn. We are on the cusp of the biggest discovery in human history since the invention of the grav drive. I can't let my feelings for Sarah distract me. And so we set out again. Another artifact is within reach, and we discover that the artifacts are now being guarded as well.
Artifacts. Starborn. Looks like they want this one for themselves. Oh yeah. What you doing up there, huh? He's down. Fuck, Barrett. Hey, the fuck was that? Jesus. You trying to kill me with them grenades or what? Watch where you're throwing them things, man.
As we've learned, every artifact is tied to a certain temple, and each temple is tied to a certain power. But how many artifacts and temples were there? After talking with Barrett and banning him from grenades, he had something personal he wanted to bring up.
I found some of Irvin's last messages to me and thought I'd listen to them again to hear his voice.
That's really sweet, Barrett. I'm glad you have something like that. So were these messages you've heard before?
No, I apparently read at least a few of these. I just don't remember. It was a difficult time.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it brought you some comfort.
It was surreal, honestly. So, most of the messages were everyday things. Lots of excitedly written news about biodiversity and plant life. But one thing stood out. In one of his messages, he mentioned this job that he took at a mine shortly before he died. He said something terrible was happening there. But the message was garbled after that.
Interstellar communication is unreliable at the best of times.
True, but this was different. I recognized this pattern from the war. A portion of the message was encrypted. Well, Vasco helped me decipher it. Turns out the message was from Irvin, and he was begging me to help him. The message was short, but his voice was pained. He was so upset.
Pained? You think he was hurt? Injured somehow? Or maybe ill?
No, he was frustrated and angry. He said they were going to destroy his name.
Wait, what? What was the message? What did he say?
He said they were going to destroy his life if he didn't leave the planet now. Then he asked me to help clear his name. Said they had a case against him. Oh, he sounded so upset.
Fuck. Must have been difficult to hear that, especially after all this time.
Yes. Hearing his voice in so much pain was very difficult. Oh, I wish I had noticed this message when he sent it. So in this message, Irvin said he was being framed. He said they'll do it again. He asked if Constellation could send more help.
Wow. So you really didn't notice this encrypted message before, huh? Damn.
No, I just thought it was garbled. I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know.
What could they possibly frame him for? And why?
Not exactly sure, but he mentioned a court case. So I think there's a paper trail.
And who is they? Who would do this? Who would want to do this to him?
His former employers at some job he took before he died. I think it was a mining company.
I don't know, Barrett. It's been 20 years. Trail could be long cold by now. 20 years is a long time, my friend.
It is, but I was thinking about it and, well, it's still wrong, right? So I figured, hey, I can do some sort of a remote investigation here, see what I can find out. There's gotta be a paper trail, right? Now, I happen to have a trustworthy contact who knows a bit about law and owes me a favor. I'd need to pay in advance in case there are any access fees or bribes.
What exactly can your contact do for us? Is it really worth spending credits on it?
He knows how to navigate archived and redacted legal documents, so he'll look for anything to do with Irvin on Gagarin. If those documents are protected, he might have to pay to access them. Might need to grease some palms, too.
Here, take these credit sticks. I want to help with this. This should be enough here.
That works. I'll tell them to go ahead with the investigation. You know, hearing Irvin's voice again made me want to help him, even though I know I can't. Does that make any sense?
You still love him deeply, Barrett. And that's all right. Maybe this will bring you some peace and help you move on.
No, I know I can't. I just don't want whoever hurt him to get away with it, if that's what happened.
If Irvin was as upset as you say, then this is important. It was important to him, so it's important to you.
I appreciate that. It's going to be hard to get some sleep tonight after all this. But the fact that I'm doing something about it might be enough to help.
Yeah.
Hopefully poking around in old records doesn't catch the attention of Hephaestus. Well, anyway, I'll let you know if my contact finds anything.
Receiving communication. Looks like it's coming from Muford 4. From Grandpa G's homestead. It's Lynn and Heller. They said the homestead's been attacked. They said it's all gone.
Pirates attacked Grandpa G's homestead while I was exploring the temples. Lynn and Heller have been tending the homestead in my absence, and they barely escaped the attack alive. They're fine, just shaking up something awful. They've already been through so much. Grandpa G's memorial site was left undamaged, but the rest is destroyed. The pirates not only plundered all the valuables, but after they were done, they decided to hit the entire place with particle beams from their ship. Why? I cannot fathom. My guess is they wanted revenge because Heller killed one of them during the attack. So many memories gone, destroyed in an instant. All of Grandpa G's things. His journals, too. His homestead was all I had left of him. Lynn and Heller are both scraped up pretty bad, but I'm glad they made it out alive. They're both tough in their own right, and they did the best they could given the circumstances of the attack. We've been through so much together. I want to make sure that they're taken care of. Lynn put out word to her friends in the Trackers Alliance, and it wasn't long at all before she received word back. As it turns out, the Trackers Alliance were tracking that ship as well, and Lynn convinced them to give us the coordinates. I've never wanted revenge more in my entire life, and Adrasia offered to help me. The plan was to disable the ship and board it. I would have my revenge in one way or another.
Two hostiles inbound. We got the jump. Routing power to weapons. Moving to engage. Ooh, that was close. Coming about. Wait, we got another bogey here. We want to board the main ship. Gonna have to take care of this little one out here. Have sensor data. No visuals yet. Should be clearing this asteroid momentarily. And there he is. Opening up. Going down quick. Wiring target lock. Initiating lock. One hostile down. Wraith coming in port side. And a slingshot. We have shield pop, initiating target lock. Do not destroy. We have to disable that ship. Gonna hit him with EMs. And we got him. Moving in for docking. Nice and gentle. Come on, girl.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
Alright, Andresia. Meet you at the hatch.
And we're in. You good, Andresia? You ready for this? Definitely appreciate the company. Got eyes on one. He's dead.
And once again, we are triumphant.
Indeed. But we haven't got to the fun part yet. Alright. We're just gonna clear room by room. Take it nice and slow. Clear. Opening up the door. Sensors are picking up a few hostiles, but don't see nothing yet. I see one through the window. Can open this door. Get ready. See a ladder up here. Gonna jump up. Sucker bunk. Clear. It's clear up here, Andration. Let's go back down. Opening hatch. Got hostiles above. They're waiting for us. Gonna clear over here real quick. We're good. Try to get a shot here. Ah, fuck. Get down. Watch out. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Take cover. And that was that.
All green on release. We're free to fly.
I had no words yet. I was concussed from the explosion and stewing on my rage. Sometimes when you watch enough movies or television, you'll see characters take revenge. They were wronged in some way and decided to do something about it. And when they finally take their revenge, sometimes they'll regret it. Or say they don't feel anything at all, like they feel numb, or dead inside, or cold all over. They might spend the rest of their lives trying not to be that person again. They see their vengeance as a stumble and might spend years trying to pick themselves back up. It becomes their biggest secret, the skeleton in their closet. But the reality is, vengeance tasted sweet. It was satisfying. They destroyed Grandpa G's homestead, the place where I grew up. Everything of sentimental value to me and to him, gone. And for what? G taught me that bullies get punched, that pirates get hanged, and spacers get spaced. To me, it was victory, and I had no regrets. All of his lessons live within me now. He knew that he wouldn't be around forever. I see now that he was preparing me for hard times. He wanted me to ride the storms, not hide from them. He wanted me to be a fighter. It's why he bought that punching bag and put it in the living room and urged me to practice every day. It's why he taught me to use guns and not be afraid of them. Why he wanted me to disassemble and reassemble his shotgun over and over and over again and practice reloading again and again and again until I could do it blindfolded. In that moment, I was grateful for those lessons. Barrett had some words of comfort for me, but also a lead regarding his dead husband.
Hey, so I'm really enjoying our time together. Thought you should know. It's been a long time since I worked with someone so closely. I didn't realize how much I missed it. And you haven't stopped me from looking into this stuff with Irvin either. So, thank you.
Oh, come on, Barrett. Why would I stop you? I have no reason to do that.
Well, there's there's a school of thought that you shouldn't go chasing ghosts. And they're probably right. Ghosts are spooky. But maybe this isn't that kind of chase. And Irvin's case is far from dead.
You're my friend, Barrett. If it matters to you, it matters to me. And that's it. It's really as simple as that.
See, that's what makes you a good captain in my book. You're supportive. On that note, I do have some news about Irvin's case. So, I wanted to let you know that I heard back from my contact, and I think you'll want to hear this. They sent me a copy of some public records. It's interesting. There was a claim filed against Irvin, accusing him of damaging their investments. Looks like Irvin didn't even enter a plea.
Interesting. What was the settlement? Sure, they popped him pretty good.
Some of Irvin's paychecks were seized, as well as any assets that weren't under joint ownership.
Huh. Well, not taking a plea does make him look a little bit guilty. Not that he is, or was.
He wasn't even on the planet for the duration of the trial. I think they scared him off. Anyway, this mining corporation, Hephaestus, sued Irvin, claiming he irreparably damaged their mine. They said he killed the apex predators in the area around the mine, which led to herd creatures overeating the grasses. That caused the soils to release too many gases too fast, which cost Hephaestus a ton of money.
Something's off about it. Spent my whole life mining on Mufred. Takes a long time to impact an ecosystem, so I doubt there was a noticeable correlation.
Thank you. So, is this a cover-up? If so, of what? And why did it involve Irvin? So anyway, according to the court documents, there was a witness for the defense, who was a no-show too. Then Hephaestus won by default. They tried to take his apartment, but because it's in my name too, they couldn't.
Sounds like we need to hire your contact again. He's still looking for work? He's our best option to figure this out.
Yes. They plan to stay in the same system for a while.
Why didn't the witness show up, though? What's wrong with that picture?
They withdrew their testimony the morning of the trial. Said they had a sincere change of heart.
So, were you aware that he had an apartment and had your name listed on it? Surely he would have told you.
I didn't know he bought it. Must have been a better deal than renting for the time he was there.
Kinda sounds like the case is closed. 20 years down the line, I don't know.
That doesn't mean we can't do anything about it. And if nothing else, I just want to know more about what happened to Irvin. So here's what I was thinking. I can persuade my contact to keep digging a little bit more. I don't want to press our luck, so I'll just ask them to follow up on one thing. Should I tell them to investigate the company more, or look into the witness instead?
What do you think there is to know about this company? They sound shady as hell. I'm sure there's a motive in there somewhere.
I just want to know why they picked Irvin. Why did they set him up?
Okay, and what about the witness?
I wonder what his real reason was for retracting his testimony. Did he report anything to security?
Let's do this. Let's investigate both. I'll bankroll the whole thing. Here, this should be enough.
For that much money? They'll do it. You know, this investigation is time-consuming, but it's also pretty cathartic. And who knows? Maybe if we solve this case, it'll mean a better future for Gagarin. But that's thinking too far ahead. Anyway, Captain, thanks for checking in with me.
Got some more artifacts for y'all. Check this out.
Look at how far we've come. It's all becoming so overwhelming. The Starborn, the artifact visions, the music. Was it all worth it?
Mateo, are you having a crisis of faith? You?
What if the Starborn are right? What if our hunt for the artifacts is a fool's errand, doomed to failure and catastrophe?
You think we're doing the wrong thing? We just want answers. Isn't that why we all joined in the first place? The noble quest of discovery?
Noel's right. We're here for the right reasons. These discoveries will lead to good things for humanity and push humanity forward. And think about if these artifacts ended up in the wrong hands. We're doing the right thing.
This is exactly what we signed up to do here. If we abandon our mission now, we're giving up on Constellation 2.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shame either of you. Blame the workings of a worried mind. I just hope that this journey doesn't turn us into something that we wouldn't recognize from where we are now.
Hate to interrupt, but I have a favor to ask. Lot of equipment on the Eye has reached the span's end. If we're going to find more artifacts further out, we need work done. Got the nods and signs from Sarah and Walter for the materials, but I need hands.
Okay. What kind of repairs we talking here? Big repairs, small repairs?
Console parts, replacement wires that have burned out, some fixes to the intercom between the station and the lodge.
Okay. Ain't nothing a wrench can't fix. I'm honestly impressed the Eye's been able to pick up what it has for so long. Poor thing needs more than a tune-up.
Yeah, she's an old station. Be ready for retirement by the stretch of a human life. Took a lot of modifications to tune into the anomalies. Give you the down of it. Worried not all of the repairs we need will take. Compatibility across the years tends to fray. Need more than just the you and I. Asked around. A few constellations are already on their way up.
Frontier to the Eye, we are on approach. Sending docking clamps, and we have a seal.
Vlad, you beat me here, you old pirate. How'd you do that?
Don't want to worry anyone, but we got more competition. Not Starborn, rival collector. Captain Petrov owns a salvager vessel called the Scow. Runs it like a palace of novelties. And he's got a new prize in his collection.
And he's what? Scavenger? Pirate? Thief?
The Scavenger hires every gun and knife willing to chop relics out of their owner's hands for pay. Scrapes out any derelict ships his mosquitoes can find.
Okay, so he's a butcher. And I'm guessing he won't just hand it over.
Reached out through my hand-to-hands to see if we can do an honest swap. He says the rock ain't for sale for any price. Think we're gonna need a crowbar and bag for this one.
So he's not just gonna hand it over. Mighty possessive over it for some reason. Think he knows about its true value?
He's got a reputation for seeing the gold in things, but he's no lab coat. Thinking he knows it's unique, but not why. All the more reason to clutch tightly.
So what I hear you saying is that we're gonna have to do this the hard way.
Left the life of a Jacobons behind myself. I know what I'm asking. But I see a clutch prize not up for the prying any other way. Not sending you lone hook on the job. I want Sam with you on this one. You two will be foot to foot the whole way, so make sure you're ready.
Do you really think we'll have to steal it? I'm sure there's a way that I can finagle this so we don't have to rely on outright theft.
As we always say, each member of Constellation is their own conscience. I'll leave the details of the doing to you.
Okay, well, we'll saddle up then. Good luck with these repairs, Vlad. I'll be around to help when I get back.
Catch a smile out there.
Releasing clamps. We are undocking.
So, Miss Stay Up Late reading under the covers? Did you learn anything new from your book last night?
Don't pretend to be mad at me. I know you aren't really. I learned that back on Earth, people used to use the stars to navigate. That's so cool. But I guess it only worked because they just lived on one planet. And that sounds boring.
Remind me one of these days to tell you the tale of a certain Solomon Co. and where his stargazing landed him.
Strap in, y'all. Preparing to jump. Inputting coordinates now. Jumping in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spreading them cheeks. Hold on to your hat. And we have arrived. Got 3 ships on scope. 4 friendlies, seems like. That must be the scow. Frontier to scow, frontier to scow. Do you copy?
You don't have business with the scow. Our captain is not taking visitors.
Oh boy. Sam, you don't take this one. Or shall I? Up to you.
Oh, I think Petrov will want to talk to us. We're from Constellation. Got a lot of one-of-a-kind pieces from all over the settled systems for sale.
Really? You're willing to sell? I thought you Constellation types only took things.
Hey, we all need to make a little side money, am I right? Let us aboard and your boss can have his pick. For the right price.
I think that will be acceptable. Giving you permission to dock.
Well played, Sam. Well played. Let's move in. Ship looks real old. Think that rust bucket is held together with thoughts and prayers alone. Everyone prepare for docking.
God, it smells terrible in here. Doubt this place has working showers.
Who let you on board? Thought Petrov was done hiring mosquitoes. Or maybe you're after something from the captain's collection.
I'm a scav myself. Got a few things for him.
Yeah? What kind of salvage work you do? Ship? Ground battlefield? Or do you just skulk the back alleys picking through trash?
A lot of abandoned outposts out there. Ain't no shame in rifling through them. We all do what we gotta do to survive out there. You know how it is.
Sounds about right. A lot of spare parts out there. If you don't think too hard about the last guy who had them.
Hey, if it's abandoned, it's fair game. Rules of salvage.
You're all right, scavenger. Go on ahead.
I could tell that something was off with Sam. Wanted to check in with him, make sure he was good.
Yeah, sorry if I'm a little out of it. Didn't get much sleep last night. Lillian and me, I tried talking with her and I lost my cool. Got a little heated. I know I woke Cora up.
It's alright, man. Don't worry about it. How's Cora doing with all of that? I'm assuming she was pretty upset.
Well, up until a few years ago, she kept hoping we'd get back together. I mean, Lillian and I stayed married longer than we should have for Cora's sake. But we really weren't doing Cora any favors there.
On a small ship like ours, everyone hears everything. It's kind of the nature of the beast.
Well, that statement's gonna keep me up at night, like everything? Just so you know, there's a long, proud tradition of singing in the shower. Lillian, she's an incredible woman. Truly. But it is always, and I mean always, about the job. When she bleeds, Freestar colors spill out. And back when I was a ranger, we were quite the team.
Did you enjoy ranger work? You ever miss it?
I never had much passion for law enforcement. But there were days I was damn proud to wear the uniform. And other days, too messy. I mean, we always walked the line well. Lillian is good that way. But some laws I think are horseshit. Ruining lives because some barroom brawl got out of hand. That never sat well with me.
You know, Sam, we're a good team too. We work damn good together. I know I haven't known you long, but there's no one I trust more than you.
Oh, don't worry. You're in a category all your own. What was I? But one day, I was just done. No particular reason. It had been building for a long time. See, I tried to convince Lillian to leave it behind, come with me. She shot me down. Hard. Hurt my pride. More than a little. But she was probably right.
Understandably. She picked her job over love. She really didn't even consider it, huh?
Not for a second. And she's right. Lillian is where she's meant to be. She always wants to fight the good fight. And the Rangers are lucky to have her.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, if you were unhappy, you wanted out, you didn't want to be there anymore, then you did the right thing. Trusted your instincts.
We were making each other miserable. And that wore on poor Cora, too. It's funny, our latest argument started because Lillian thinks I'm putting Cora in too much danger traveling with you. I told her what you told me, that Cora's just blossoming with all this. With Sarah, you, heck, even Walter. I just know Cora has futures I could never dream of. But Lillian, not so much a fan of you. That kinda set me off.
My bad for saying this, Sam, but seemed like you and Lillian weren't even compatible. How'd y'all get together in the first place?
Late night stakeouts, shootouts with a lot of leftover adrenaline. Well, we were never lacking in chemistry. Compatibility, on the other hand...
Yeah, well, fuck. Sorry for causing this issue between y'all. I'm really sorry.
Nah, don't be. It's always something. Cora's been stood up a time or two by Lillian. Always for the best reasons. Last time I think Lillian got a medal for it. But at a certain point, Lillian's excuses don't matter. Poor Cora cried for a week. I don't want to put her through that again.
Real shitty that things are so complicated for you. You're more or less just a single dad, Sam. Just trying your best. And for what it's worth, I think you're doing a good job. Cora is better off with us anyway.
That's what I think too. And for now, Lillian's going straight to voicemail. So everyone can sleep easy.
Who am I talking with again?
You want to talk to Petrov. He runs things.
Gotcha, thanks.
Don't know why Petrov pays for all this junk, but at least he pays.
Sam's ex-wife sounded like a real piece of work. Don't know what kind of drugs she was on to let a good guy like Sam go. He deserved better than all that. And Cora did too. I really hated that I was causing a problem. The last thing we needed amongst all of these starborn attacks was interpersonal drama. Sounds like this ship's about to fold in on itself, Sam. This creaking and groaning kind of freaking me out a little bit. Let's see, this way. This place is a real shithole. Excuse me. These people ain't real friendly, are they?
Welcome to Petrov's Palace of Peculiarities, the pinnacle of perfect procurement, the penultimate panopticon of prosperity. Ha ha ha!
Okay. Hey Sam, take a look at this. What kind of creature is that? This place gives me the creeps. For some reason, got a bad feeling. Collector. Yeah, a junk collector. Oof. That didn't sound good. This junker's days are limited, I'd say. This ship is one particle beam away from disintegration. Hey there, sir. Hey, what can you tell me about this place?
A lot of the guards here are bounty hunters, smugglers, or salvagers from the fringes. Lot of shark smiles, you know?
Shark smiles. Okay. Thanks for the info. Yeah. Suppose he ain't wrong about that. Armed to the teeth as well. Hello. My suit. We arrived to the showroom, and I was astounded. He had a huge collection of pieces from Earth. Anything from Earth was exceedingly rare and valuable. I wondered how many people this scavenger had killed to acquire some of these priceless artifacts. But I reckon you could also ask me the same question. In my pursuit of the mysterious artifacts, I had killed how many now? How many corpses have I left behind? The flesh was still rotting off the bones of my enemies, even now. I suppose I could dwell on that for as long as I wanted. But what good would moralizing about it do? Moralizing would only slow me down.
Talk to Petrov. His gloriousness will guide you.
Okay. Hello, Petrov. How are you?
I wasn't aware we had visitors. Wadik, you didn't tell me we had visitors.
We have visitors.
Excellent. Now that you've gone to all this trouble to get here, you should make yourself at home. Relax. Kick up your feet on the tables. I don't care, they have scorch marks on them anyway.
Oh, that's quite all right. Let's cut straight to the chase. I'm interested about the artifact in your collection. The long, shiny one made of strange metal.
The artifact? Ah, you must mean my latest curio. I have never seen anything like it. Intricate pattern details, a metal that feels soft to the touch, yet bears not one hint of wear or tear. Ah, you are out of luck, my new friend. I cannot part with it. I know, it's a fickle man who falls in love so easily, but what can I say? Mi amore.
I'm a collector myself. Maybe just a small little peek at your collection. I would love to see it. Please.
Tempting. I do love showing off. But my security team will have a heart attack. It would be against all those protocols that I admittedly told them to make.
Seems very obvious to me that you're a very generous man. As I am a collector myself, I just wonder why you would hide your collection away.
Because it's mine. That's why.
Of course, sir. I only meant to say that a vast collection such as this should be shown off.
Oh, you do have a point.
I'm sure you're aware of Constellation and what we do. We would love to catalog your relics, just for informational purposes, of course.
Really? How flattering.
Listen, from one professional to another, there's a certain type of courtesy that comes along with doing what we do. How's about just one little peek? Then I'll be out of your hair.
I suppose it would be quite unfriendly to turn down a comrade in arms. Very well. What's a quick look going to hurt, huh?
All right.
I know. People look at me and say, Petrov,
if it were up to
your
me,
whole ship is a testament of splendor. Why do you need a special vault? Well, all I can say is that even the greatest collection needs its own private viewing area. Plus, between you and me, there are thieves everywhere. So I spared no expense. Every door between me and my treasures is painful. But that is the price of security, huh? Que sera? Just a bit further. This ship and I have been through some adventures, I'll tell you. I once collected salvage from a Deimos Celestial class while it was exploding. The crew was scraping scorch marks and bits of metal off the hull for weeks. And of course, there was the time I accidentally steered us into a UC Navy vessel under a particularly uproarious celebration of my latest acquisitions of fine art. But we were wedged perfectly between their two thrusters, and were able to just kind of push them back into the star yard for repairs.
You weren't lying about your security measures, were you? Place is a fortress.
And now, the moment itself.
There he is.
Beautiful, isn't it? The man who sold me this told me that it spoke to him. That holding it for the first time was like drowning in your own soul. Alas, I've held it several times, and my soul is still breathing, devoid of any such enlightenment.
I see, I see. Did your friend say that he pulled it out of some bedrock, by any chance?
Why, yes, he did.
Petrov, I'll pay you for this artifact. Name your price, and I'll pay it. I have the credits on me right now.
Oh, no. No. I can't. This one is mine. And it's only fair to warn you. Hands off. I would hate to sour our new friendship by becoming the victim of piracy.
Piracy?
Hey, we're not pirates. Except, well, when we really need something for really, really good reasons. Yeah, that does sound a little piratey, doesn't it?
Listen, we're not pirates, okay? Is there anything we can do to change your mind? Anything?
I'm afraid not. I'm easy in all things, except my collection.
I see. Okay. Listen, Petrov, my friend. Really sorry to have to do this. My hand slowly reaches for the artifact, and then I snatch it.
What are you? Guards!
Still got moves.
Wait! I surrender! I surrender! Don't kill me!
What the? What do you eat, shotgun shells for breakfast? Tell your crew to stand down now. No one else needs to get hurt.
We're only doing what we have to.
Done! Stand down, everyone. Let the nice pirate pass.
Thanks, Petrov. Sorry about all this, really. And we're not pirates. We're nothing like pirates. Not at all. It bothered me that he called me that. Me, a pirate. A thief, maybe. I didn't want to have to steal it. But sometimes you gotta bite the bullet.
Damn it, Petrov.
Yeah,
I was just getting warmed up.
Call me pirate one more time.
Now. No need for further violence. We're all friends here.
That's what I like to hear. Everyone's on edge. In their mind, we are pirates.
Well, that wasn't nice. So what? We're just going to let the ship?
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Hopefully. Let's get the hell out of here.
I bet Cora's already finished the pre-flight checklist.
Good, because it's time to go. They might decide to blast us to smithereens out here. Come on.
Detaching now. Guess they're just gonna let us get away with it. Not that I'm complaining.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband.
10-4, awaiting scan.
advised. You have been identified as a known criminal. Respond immediately or we will be forced to open fire.
Wait, what?
I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Stand down and prepare for immediate transport to our vessel.
What the fuck? This is the Frontier to UC Security. Can you tell me what's going on here?
I've been authorized to inform you that you're being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information.
Fuck. What about my ship?
We have orders to transport you and your vessel to your final destination, the UC Vigilance. Any deviation from those orders on your part will be considered an act of hostility and will be met with aggressive force.
Looks like I don't have much choice. Standing down.
Smart decision. Stand by to be boarded and transferred.
So the scavenger had reported us. Petrov let us go because this was how he was going to get his revenge.
Stuff. So much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk.
What are these two going on about?
Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back.
Hey dumbasses, you left your comms channel open. Can hear everything you're saying.
You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat.
Ah, great.
The prisoner's ready, sir.
God damn that Petrov. Suppose it's fair though. We did steal from him.
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss.
Evidently so. Who are you? What do you want with us?
I'm your ticket out of the mess you've gotten yourself into. That's all you need to know for now.
Just let me pay my fine. And Sam's fine too, so we can get the fuck out of here, please.
Not this time. So, let me see what we're working with here. It appears you have a bit of a background as a homesteader. Good. Your self-sufficiency will certainly prove useful. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs.
Yeah, pretty much covers it, I guess. That incident with Petrov. I do feel bad about that.
Good. You'll find that I'm a stickler for details, and I'd hate to discover that your file is incomplete. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do?
Sorta. I'm sure you're gonna tell me anyways, so go on ahead. Let's hear it.
UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture.
I ain't no fucking convict, okay? So what type of big picture stuff you talking about? Assuming war and such?
On the books, they maintain combat-ready spaceborne forces to deter aggression and ensure the safety of the United Colonies. What all that fancy claptrap means is that they're the ones who fight in the wars to keep our territories secure.
Oh, God. Listen, if this is about me being accused of piracy, it's not true. I'm not a fucking pirate. I have no association with the Crimson Fleet either.
No, you don't. Not yet, anyway. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down.
Don't y'all have a huge armada? What's the hang-up? Just take care of business already. Leave me out of it.
If the military rolls in and attacks the Crimson Fleet, we'd have a full-scale war on our hands.
that means losses. Heavy losses that the United Colonies can't afford.
Let me guess. So you want me to risk my neck to go undercover for you? I mean, surely there's someone else up to the task.
Not for me. For yourself. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDev, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine.
So it's true what they say about the UC. You guys deal dirty. Should have known. You just kidnap people and coerce them to do what you want, huh?
I'm not coercing you into doing anything. I'm simply giving you a chance to redeem yourself. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else?
How do you even know I can handle this type of operation? You're betting a lot on an unknown variable. And I'm just one man after all.
If I didn't think you had a chance, I would have left you in lockup. You're just going to have to follow your instincts and trust me.
Do I have to decide now, or can I just get the fuck out of here and let you know later?
You aren't leaving until I have an answer.
I bite my lip in thought. What the Crimson Fleet did to Grandpa G's homestead was unforgivable. So I suppose I had my answer. Alright, fine.
Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
Alright then.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, okay.
So, you took the op instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander's new mole, huh?
Sorry I got you into this, Sam.
Infiltrating a bunch
This is
of
so fucked up.
Got a lot of guts. Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right?
You're trying to scare me, it ain't working. Might as well stop while you're ahead.
Alright, this is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
Okay, thank you.
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDev's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
It's a big-ass ship. Real impressive. So, where is the Vigilance located right now?
We are currently in the Sol system, in deep orbit around Phobos. As to why, I'll explain momentarily.
The ship is massive, but you're gonna need more than one ship to eliminate an entire fleet. You're gonna need the Armada.
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
And you've chosen me because you think I'm expendable. You think I'm this terrible human being. I'm a good guy, just made a bad choice.
Let's get one thing straight right now. While you're working for me, I'm going to treat you like one of my own. Whatever crimes you committed in the past no longer matter. You're now an agent of SysDev, meaning that it's my job to keep you alive.
Fair enough. Now we're talking. As far as these pirates go, get me in a room with them. I'll talk them into anything.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
If she works for the Trade Authority, she's already gonna have her guard up. I would guarantee that she can sniff out a narc from a sector away.
That's right. So it'll be your job to convince this person that you're the real deal. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
But why would you even waste your time gathering evidence like this? They're pirates, just hang them.
Let's just say my superiors need proof that engaging the Crimson Fleet is a larger priority than they're willing to admit. If we shove enough concrete evidence under their noses, they'll have no choice but to allocate the resources that I've requested. At the same time, we can use the evidence to arrest members of the Crimson Fleet, weakening them enough to strike a fatal blow.
Again, you sure you want to trust a random guy like myself that you plucked out of the ether for a job like this? I don't know, sir. You're risking a lot.
If I didn't have confidence in your abilities, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
We'll see how it goes, Commander. It's a lot to take in all at once, and kind of seems like a tall order, but I'll do my best.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDev, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
Okay. I appreciate the warning, but I can stay the course. You can trust me on that.
That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
Thank you, sir. And if I need to contact you for any reason?
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
Another thing, about this Saoirse Bowden. What can you tell me about her? What do I need to know?
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
Another thing. Let's say that I'm undercover as a pirate, and I get arrested for piracy or something. What happens to me then?
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
Sounds like a shitty deal. Anyways, thanks, Commander. We'll see how this goes.
Good luck.
Yes. What?
Nothing, man. Calm down. Lieutenant Toft?
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
Okay. But why do you need physical evidence? You building a case against them or something?
Well, since it isn't every day we stumble across a criminal's fully written confession, we need to build a case against our suspects. The more evidence we acquire, the stronger our case becomes. And knowing the Crimson Fleet, they'll leave plenty of evidence for you to find.
But what happens if I try to get in with these guys and they completely reject me? Maybe I'm not pirate material.
You better make it, because Commander Akande cashed in all his chips to get this operation off the ground. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Whoa, I can tell that I set you off somehow. I apologize. Sounds like I might have touched a nerve.
It's not you, it's the Crimson Fleet. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
I understand. In more ways than you probably think. Those pirates are absolute bastards. You feel like talking about it, or...?
What? No. It's personal. It has nothing to do with you. Just stick to the mission and you'll be fine.
They killed a few innocent miners on Vectera. Some of my co-workers. And they leveled my grandpa's homestead recently. I get it.
Then you'll understand why it's so important that this operation is successful. Anyway, before I let you go, there's just one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
Credit dispersal, huh? Seems kinda unusual. Definitely wasn't expecting that during a military operation.
Well, that's just it. You're not career military, are you? And speaking frankly, you're completely out of pocket during this operation. You'll be paying for your own supplies and other unexpected incidentals. So, if I were you, I'd stop asking questions and accept the compensation.
Okay. You make good points there, Lieutenant. It's very generous. Thanks.
It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
Seems like these pirates cut you pretty deep somehow. Like I said, I understand. You feel like discussing it?
Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences separate from the job.
Oftentimes what I've discovered is kind of talking about it and sharing those experiences. Helps you get over it, helps you move on, helps you heal.
Yeah. Maybe. No, it's not really an appropriate time to be going over my private life. There are much more important things to be done. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay?
Deal, Lieutenant. So what is going to happen to these pirates that we arrest?
We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you.
I'm sure. What about this Aurora? Am I gonna get in trouble for it?
Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake.
I'm not that hard up for money. Don't worry.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Alright, Sam, let's get out of here.
Excuse me.
Cora's probably worried sick.
Did you have to chase that fleet ship through that asteroid belt?
Yes, sir. Protocol says we...
Journal log, entry 8. Life is full of detours. We enjoy the freedom of space travel, untethered to the roads and railways of ancient Earth. But every now and then a passing meteor shower prevents planetary entry, or a solar flare fries the computers in your ship, and a detour is necessary. This detour with UC SysDef is a detour, all right, and one that I wasn't expecting. But it could be a real opportunity to hit the Crimson Fleet where it hurts. I have no love for the UC. Grandpa G fought them in the war. But if they want to use me as their sword, maybe I'll let them. I regret what happened on the scow. I shot Petrov with the intention of killing him, just so I could retrieve the artifact. Maybe this is my penance. Once we get the artifact back home in the lodge, I'll work to bring the Crimson Fleet down, once and for all. It's just like Grandpa G taught me. Pirates get hanged.